computer misuse, right, Honorable Speaker and members, it's still a challenge outside there. People still use computer misuse to harass people. A case in point, someone was harassing me with my family until yesterday he came here and I arrested him myself here at Parliament, here in my office. Yesterday, certain young man came. He was harassing my wife. Said, unless you give me money, I am going to kill you. Then I told him, you come. He came himself and I got him. Certain young man and he's in custody. Yesterday, I said, you come and I give you. He courageously came and passed through. I ushered him in and he was arrested from my office here. So all that is still a challenge. And
his committee. Allow me to make the following comments and questions. Number one, to the Minister for National Guidance. As we appropriate money for national guidance, Honorable Minister, are you aware that we have organizations that promote moral decay under the guise of entertainment? We've reached a level of having sex for entertainment on platforms. We create theater and people play sex, and we have a full ministry that we are about to give a lot of money for national guidance. What have we done about such things that promote moral decadence? Number two, I'm happy the committee is proposing to give more money to UBC. Previously, the President put up a committee to go and study UBC and recommended revamping UBC and a lot of recommendations. And this House sat recently and asked the Minister why they're not implementing. I want to know from the Minister, why does it take the committee to remind you that the President said we should give UBC 30 billion for some consecutive years for them to be able to recover? We are failing to use our own national media to broadcast things that we think that are important, and instead force other private media houses to broadcast even the President's statements, because ours is not selling, and just because we have refused to invest enough money there. And number three, about now to the Chairman Committee. Chairman, you are saying we should include ICT education from primary level, when we are failing to even provide computers at secondary school levels. How do you think this can be implemented? Finally, about the New Vision Group. I have seen the committee is recommending that we put in money to bring back other languages, Romori and others that have been mentioned. Are you aware that New Vision has been making losses for several years now, I think? For the last 2-3 years, I know New Vision is making losses. Has the committee interrogated why actually New Vision makes losses? And have they made proposals to New Vision how they are going to recover, or we shall continuously be feeding them like that? Have you thought that media's, directing them on what to publish? Because what is happening now, Right Honorable Speaker, is that the government broadcasting entities have no breathing space. They are directed on what to publicize and what not to publicize.
Thank you. Okay, conclude.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. And many times the directive is against the market. And if you want these government media houses to survive, they have to behave in accordance with the market to be able to. So stifling the media, actually the Ministry for National Guidance also should protect media houses, because even the private media houses are crying for being directed on what to publicize, especially things that are against, things that publish show how government is so unhuman, where government is things is put into bad light on issues of human rights. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Wamakuya talked about sharing of infrastructure. Indeed, sharing of infrastructure is embedded in the broadband policy, and right now it has started working, because right now if you can note in your areas, the masts now are being shared by different telecom companies. each telecom company no longer erects their own masts. They are being shared. It's only internet which is still a problem, but we are also trying to see how even internet now can share poles. And that one, we are working with all service providers.
Clarification, Honourable Minister. Clarification, Honourable Minister.
Please, Honourable, you don't access the microphone without permission. Well, how many times do I tell you here?
But when I raise up to speak...
Today, Honourable, I allowed you to speak. Okay? And note that every time you stand up, you speak. You must catch the speaker's eye. That discipline, I want to rate it here. Please. And the day you switch on a microphone without my permission, I can't allow you to continue. I need you to understand that, please. Any MP, I know the people I picked here are people who haven't spoken since morning. And how I work, I usually know if I haven't given anyone an opportunity, I first give those ones an opportunity when I have limited time. So, please, there is a behavior I don't want here. Honourable Minister, please, can you conclude?
Yeah, I was saying sharing of infrastructure of internet, we are also working on that. Right now, even we, as government, we are expanding our national backbone infrastructure, and we have decided to use concrete poles. And those concrete poles, we are designing them in such a way that any other service provider who will come will use the same pole, so that we don't have so many poles crowded in one area. And even those poles,
Honourable, kindly take your seat, please. Honourable, please take your seat.
So
Honourable Minister, continue.
So I appreciate what the honourable members of parliament are putting forward, but moving forward now, we are encouraging and we are going to ensure there is sharing of infrastructure. We're on issues of destroying roads immediately after construction. We are also working right now here in KCCA, the roads which are being rehabilitated. We have been working closely with the engineers to ensure we have service channels where at least all utility companies can use, so that there is stoppage of destroying roads anyhow. And we are working with them. But obviously, the old roads are not designed in such a way that we have enough service channels. But this time, we are working with them. The new projects, all of them, will have to have those service channels. And on Marubeni, I think I will find out what Marubeni is doing. I'm not very familiar with the Marubeni, and you say it has been working for 40 years.
No, Honourable, what the member put across clearly is the people are concerned on continuous digging of the roadsides for 40 years. So they think it's that traditional company up now digging?
No, I think that one now we are trying to come up with new designs, just as I've told you, right, Honourable Speaker. Because the old designs didn't have those service channels. They only had channels for stormwater. But now we are trying to design roads in such a way. We are working together with Ministry of Works and all other entities to ensure there are service channels for utility companies. And on computer misuse, it's very unfortunate that cyberbullying obviously is there. And as much as possible, we are trying to work with the security agencies to arrest people who normally misuse computer, because there is a law, the Computer Misuse Act. And therefore, if you report to us, we assist you to trace for that person, because we have technology which can trace. But we are yet to upgrade our technology to detect it before it is done. But when you report to us, we work with the security and UCC, and there are so many people who have been arrested and they have been arraigned in courts of law. So I encourage you, whenever you are harassed or your family is harassed, please come. We are going to assist you to trace the culprit with ease, because we have technology which can trace such a people. And my friend, Honorable Alepa, I think we have talked. It's true his constituency is not well served. And the new guidelines, is every telephone company to seek for renewal of a license, you must have covered around 90% of the whole country. And 10% will be covered by us as government, our agencies. So I am in touch with the Honorable Alepa, and just as the Right Honorable Speaker has indicated, recently Parliament passed a law, UDAP, and the Universal Digital Acceleration Program. We are going to build mass ourselves, and we are going to serve those areas which are still, most of the telephone companies don't want to invest in because of marketing dynamics, the market dynamics. So we are going to, and we have already asked MPs to give us those constituencies. We normally send their technical officers to pick the coordinates, and we are going to start constructing mass in those areas, so that now telecom companies can just come and put on their technology, and then you'll get a network. On issues of national guidance, Honorable Kabanda, I appreciate that what you are bringing up is true. There is moral decadence in this country, and it's being disseminated through so many means, and one of them is social media, TikTok and others, and also TVs. There are TVs which had started airing some of those funny content, and we are monitoring them. Like you remember Karakata, we stopped it because it was a bit inappropriate. But we have also, national guidance has not been having a budget for the last 2 years. But this year we got some budget, and we have been organizing several outreaches, and we are also on TVs. But I would also like to beg members of parliament, we have a national guidance hour on UBC. It should be a combined effort. You can come, Honorable Aisha, and we'll give you time. And you talk about morals in this country. We have to keep talking about it. Just as we talk about it every day in church, in mosques, we have to keep talking about moral decadence. Otherwise, some of the sites get more publicity.
Minister, is there anything very critical you wanted to add on? Just conclude.
On UBC, one member was saying we are investing money in most of these agencies and doesn't see improvement. At least UBC, there is a lot of improvement. The last 3 quarters, we have received some money, and I think there is a lot of improvement. But Posta has never received any money from here because most of the money which we think is going to Posta, it is paying the former employees of Uganda Post and Telecommunication. But Posta needs a lot of assistance. That's why I'm happy that the committee is recommending some money at least to be given to Posta Uganda. I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. I hope the issue of free air for television is have given it serious attention, because that was one of the reasons we allowed digital migration. Knowing our people in the villages who cannot afford these subscriptions shouldn't be denied watching an opportunity to watch television. We gave you a supplementary. I don't know how far you've reached in terms of implementation, and also ensuring going forward the whole country is covered with free air.
Yeah, Right Honorable Speaker, we have started importing equipment so that we can cover the whole country.
Thank you.
I think in the next 3 months we shall have completed the technology. Right Honorable Speaker, an MP Chamwanges here has written to me about, I think he has been applying for a frequency.
Honorable, I now put the question that the report of the Committee on Information, Communications Technology and National Guidance on the Ministerial Policy Statement and